Hey guys, Amanda here, coming to you today with our cash flow driver number 4. So, if you watched the last few weeks, you know that cash flow driver number 1 in our business is all about making sure our taxes are paid and we're setting aside the money for our taxes and paying those quarterly. Cash flow driver number 2 is paying off debt in our business and knowing the difference between good debt and bad debt. And cash flow driver number 3 was all about capital. Hey Harlan, thanks for hopping on today. Was all about capital reserves in your business. And today, number 4 that we're talking about, you actually start getting to benefit from the cash flow in your business. And this is owner distributions or owner draws. So once you have dealt with the taxes, once you've addressed the debt, once you've built up the capital in your business so that you can survive 3 to 4 months in your business safely without any worry, then we get to start taking money out of our business for ourselves. And this, my friends, is what business is really all about. We don't go into business to pay bills. We don't go into business just to help people. Granted, that is what most of us do it. But we go into business to make more money because we can help people working for someone else, guys. But the point of going into business is to be able to help people but make more money than you do working for someone else and lining their pockets and their bank accounts. So if you properly manage your cash flow and you deal with number 1, 2, and 3 in that order consistently and religiously, then number 4 is where we finally get to start taking some extra money out of our business. So this one is probably one of my favorites. I can honestly remember the first day that I did this in my business, and it was like a kid in a candy store. I was so excited. I'm like, woohoo, I made it. So once you've addressed the first 3, you can start taking distributions out. Now, a couple words of caution here. You do not want to be taking distributions out of your business to the point that you are depleting cash flow. You always want to have a positive cash balance in your bank account. Necessary in order to pay your bills. You want to make sure that you have enough in there to cover the other 3 drivers of cash flow. I really recommend setting aside setting up a couple different bank accounts to address these. So you should have a bank account for taxes. You should have a bank account for what you're allocating towards debts. You should have an account separate from somewhere else for your capital savings. And then you should have an owner draw account where you're putting something aside. I really recommend you set this as a percentage of profits coming in, that you're not just depleting the entire bank account to do this. So set up a percentage, like let's say you're gonna take 10% of the profits every year. So every month when you figure out your profits, you move 10% aside. This is a significant amount, enough that you're gonna see a difference in your personal pay every year, but it's not such a significant amount that you are going to be falling behind and depleting your cash flow to the point where your business is gonna struggle. So these are my 4 cash flow drivers that I operate my business on, that I have all my clients working through. So we've gone through all 4 now, and we've gone through these in very little detail, very minutely. So if you guys have found these last 4 weeks helpful, if you want to know more, I want to extend a personal invitation. I will be doing a webinar on cash flow in your business on Friday. Is it Friday? On July 16th. I don't think that is a Friday. I think it's a Tuesday. Tuesday, July 16th. It's going to be 1 hour. I'm going to post a link in the comments below later today. So if you're interested, please reach out to me, ask questions. Let me know if you found these helpful. This is something that I think we're going to dive into all of this a whole lot more. We're going to hit each one of these pretty intensely on how it affects your business and how you need to manage these and how you figure out the right percentages. Well, happy birthday for you on July 16th, Harlan. Learning more about cash flow in your business would be a great birthday present to yourself. So, totally got sidetracked there with your birthday. But yes, July 16th, an hour-long webinar. I would love to have you join me if you found these last 4 videos informational. I will be dropping in the comments below a link later today to register for this. So if that's something that interests you, if you have questions, let me know. Otherwise, go ahead and get your registration in on that. I'd love to have you there with me. It's going to be very informative. You get to spend an hour with me. That makes it worth it right there. So if you have any questions on the details, pop in the comments below and let me know. Otherwise, I will be posting a link in the comments for that webinar later today. And again, we will be covering all 4 of these cash flow drivers in your business in a whole lot more detail. and we will be looking at all of these things and going through them and just kind of diving into a lot more detail on these 4 things and how they should really dictate every financial decision in your business and as you're moving forward. So guys, I appreciate you hopping on today. Thank you. For those of you that are just jumping on, you will want to catch the replay because we just went over driver number 4 and extending an invitation for a webinar that I have coming up that's going to dive into all of these a lot more in detail. So everybody have a fabulous Friday. Have a great weekend, and I will see you next week.